Hey folks, welcome back. Again, Brian and Nome, NACTech Shop. This video clip is about engine disassembly, and I can't overemphasize how important it is when you do that to be organized. It makes things so much easier. Make sure along the way you take pictures. In other words, an example is, see these springs that work on the governing system? They actually hook into this lever. Are you going to remember where they go here? Probably not. So I took a picture of that before I took it apart. So otherwise what you end up doing is having to get into the manual and try and find that. Then you can save yourself a whole bunch of time if you take your time a little bit and take some pictures. Okay, that's huge. That's huge. Just do yourself a big favor with doing that. So again, I started from here. I went around like this. This is how things are laid out. So when I go to put this engine, after I've fixed things, after I have maybe used the specialty tools to redo the seats for the valves, and these are for measuring the hole that the valve stem is in, the valve guide, and then these are for measuring the bore, these telescoping gauges, and then also a caliper. Be gentle. Be gentle. Use the right tool. When I took the plastic off, see the fins here, this plastic piece, this is called the flywheel. When it was still on the crankshaft, I looked at it and I thought, wow, how am I going to get that off? So again, on some of the processes here, you're not going to get the engine disassembled unless you have the proper tool. It's very important. You're not going to get that flywheel off with a couple of screwdrivers or pry bars. You're going to end up breaking stuff. It's just not going to work right. So make sure you have the proper tools. And again, the engines and all, when they come to you, you're going to have all these different tools and the right tools to work on the machine. So that's awesome. That's cool to get excited about. So be organized and take your time. Take pictures as you go along. That's huge. Notice on the papers is I have, on these screws right here, I have filter housing. And even this piece here, this little plastic piece that's part of the intake system, I have goes on first. That means that goes on to it's the first thing that goes on when we put the intake system back on. Okay? Over here I've got bolts that say electrical. Here I've got, they say head bolts. Here they say shroud. Okay? So again, if you keep them separated, it's going to make things so much easier to put back together, other than have them in a big big mess. So again, if you want to learn more about this, learn more about disassembly, and then we get into troubleshooting as far as how to fix things, that kind of stuff, come to NACTech.